maybe with scholarship opportunity if possible. If even without, then at least the students are aware that these courses are available elsewhere. If I want to pursue them, then I know where to go. Yeah.
So during your career, familiar with you, because I know it's
a lot of stories, and the reason being, sometimes when you approach companies, they're expecting you to run for free. And I will have to say to them that we're a public institution. We will not get funding to run a career fair, but we need to run it because we want to give you an opportunity to see our best students.
And we want a student for them.
Yes,
actually.
So we want you to make an input. So the sponsors, so people, we get them to sponsor, or you can just register. If you just register, you just get the stand. But if you sponsor, depending on your level of sponsorship, you get to address the students. Of course, it comes with other benefits. So in your address to students, you tell them what you have as a company, what are your expectations. So that helps them, helps us as well to get them to come to. But more willing to come back the following year. Be on Facebook, for instance. Ideas such as these, they can draw on the fund and run the business. With that, I think that's the biggest way we can reduce graduate unemployment, because if they have the business, they're able to employ themselves and or some of the other people with less skills, and gradually this helps take a lot more pressure of the already existing jobs, because there aren't that many available.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
What will be your final words to a student who has never visited the center?
A student who has never visited the center, our tagline at the center is your smart choice. And so what we're saying is, if you're going through the university for 4 years and not speaking to the Careers and Counseling Center, you are not being smart about your help sometimes to speak to the professionals. So it confirms what you've decided.
To us, and then we know that anytime we walk in, you would gladly receive us and share with us. The director of the Career and Counseling Center of the University of Ghana, Ghana's premier university, where we were looking at the basic things that happens here at the center, what was the rationale for setting up the center, and what has been the benefit student and the entire university has derived from this center. And we had a very interesting discussions, and for us to also know how the students have been experiencing services, or who would give us their first-hand information and their first-hand experience of the counseling and services center here at the premier university. And I have two wonderful students who are going to share their experience when they first got to know of the center, how their experience has been, and what they have to tell the entire continent. So the first with me is Augustina. Augustina.
Psychology.
Psychology center to you.
Okay.
And so when you got in, how was the reception like? Were you received well?
Usually come here, maybe after my class, before I go to my hall, I come here and then talk to them.
Okay, so what do you come here to do?
I just come to see the work they do and then get interested in like the things that are going on.
So what do they do, and what makes it exciting for you to visit after every lecture where you can go back to your bed and sleep?
Oh, I just liked the
problem you brought to counseling.
Actually, I didn't bring any problem.
Okay.
Yeah, because of my course, the interest is just there. So.
Okay. So why did you come?
I came because of the excitement that it gives, helping people to solve their problems. So eventually, I became a peer counselor.
A peer counselor. Oh, interesting. How many students patronize?
Through like most of us, because we work here. So if they have problems, they usually get in touch with us so that we can contact the center on their behalf.
Okay, so Mrs. Bachman earlier in our interview was coming, and they also provide internships for students, where students come in for internship letters and others. Are you a beneficiary of any of them?
Yes.
Which of them?
The career fair. I was there, and then I sent my CV to some of the companies. I got a call from them.
Which company specifically?
Star Life Assurance.
Okay, so you did your internship there?
No, I didn't accept the offer.
Why?
Interesting offers around. Like.
Okay, so per your experience or you visiting the center, you got to have a lot of options, and then you made a choice of which one was the best for you. Gestina shared with us her perspective of how the center has been beneficial to her. What is your experience?
Mine has been very wonderful as a student of the University of Ghana. I'm currently in my level 400, my final year. And I've been with the center since level 200, volunteering and working with the center. And one of the things that the center has helped me with is formulating a career goal. And it's offered me opportunities to work at various companies as well. Because after school, you go to look for a job, and the first thing they ask you is, how many years of experience do you have? And I just finished school, so how am I going to get all of those experiences? So working with the center, I was able to work at all those companies, get those skills the companies look out for. And I've enriched my CV through all of that.
So what about your friends who, I believe you didn't come here to serve as in seek for the service alone, you came with your friends. So can you share with us what has been happening to them also?
The Careers and Counseling Center is the first place they come to, and they have been helped in that manner. Also, there's the counseling service offered by the Careers and Counseling Center, and so colleagues who are having issues with their studies and any issue at all can come to the center. We have wonderful counselors here who are very down to earth and very open. And we speak to them like our own friends, and they help us a lot, whatever.
So to you, what do you think is the basic perception? Why are students not so much kind of interested in going for counseling or seeking for professional help when they really do need such services?
Yeah, I think it's the misconception they have and the tag they internship letters, you come forward to look for companies and all of that, but the network you can have with the people at the Careers and Counseling Center, with industry, are necessary in the working field, and you can't get all of that in the lecture theaters we are in. And so we have to make sure we use the Careers and Counseling Center very well to our benefit while we are here.
Mr. Afi, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so you share with us what has been the transformational process ever since you were brought.
For some time now, the center used to emphasize a lot on counseling, because I mean, after some time it looked like the counseling seemed to have overshadowed Careers and Counseling Center. And I think the mandate of the university is to bring out employable students, and that one, I think she's doing very well at it.
Okay, so how has students benefited from the services of the center?
Well,
past 5 years?
Well, they have benefited a lot. I mean, if you look at the transformation in their careers, in the career development program, the leadership academy.
Innovative measures by moving classes online. Learning management systems such as Moodle, Sakai, Google Classroom, among others, are being used. The Africa Center of Excellence project is a flagship program where the World Bank, in partnership with the French Development Agency, AFD, and regional partners such as the Association of African Universities and ECOWAS, are supporting African governments to invest in quality postgraduate education and applied research.
We are endowing practical development and also the entrepreneurial issue. To every unit course a students offer in our university, we bring in the entrepreneurial aspect of it. Outside having access to a well-informed practical session, we have the teaching and research farm. Under teaching and research farm, we are having a project tagged the cocoa project. Another one, planting, sorghum breeding, sugarcane project, tomato project, and the integrated farming project. Now, under the cocoa project, we are having a particular fund from TED Fund, Tertiary Education Fund in Nigeria, sponsoring the development of a new variety of cocoa. As the cocoa you see here is just a 15 months cocoa. Ideally, cocoa takes about 3-4 years before fruiting, but these ones within 15 months of planting, you can see it having a lot of pods on them. Now, the plantain, in Nigeria we love plantain a lot because we process it into different foods. Outside the fact that we are using food for medicine, we are trying to fortify plantain to cater for the needs of the diabetics because of the digestible carbohydrate. Now, not to waste much of your time, you can see the sorghum breeding project we are using it for the industrial use. Also, we process some of these products to end users where we have consumers within the universities and the environment which consume it. The tomato project. This is a form of integrated farming system where we have poultry. The university is having a poultry farm housing about 150 birds, 150,000 birds. The water, we use it to irrigate rice, and part of the water we use it to irrigate tomato. Irrigating the tomato, with this tomato, they don't need any fertilizer because we have some food residue there in the water, which serves as fertilizer for the tomato. Now, these tomatoes are now processed into paste, which I will show you on the next flyers. Now, looking at this now, we have it in a large quantity. If you want to have it, tomato, you raise fish, and at the same time, you are having a very good thing. Now, the last set of pictures is in a 200 level. All students of the university, they participated in a particular program. We call it general agriculture. You must participate no matter the course you are running, either it's agri-related or not. It's a must that the student must participate. The students are made to produce 100 hectares of maize. Every year, 30% of the maize are portioned for community service. That's community service day. We allow them to do that, while the remaining part we converted it to poultry feed to feed our birds, which we later generated to other products.
Can you take us to what you're exhibiting and how relevant it is to agriculture today, currently? Okay,
the University of Juba was established initially in 1975 to train manpower to exploit the natural resources of Southern Sudan by then. And it grew from 4 colleges to 13. And then after secession, we added an additional college. And agriculture is still the focus of the college itself. Currently, we are running 2 active breeding programs, cowpea breeding program and sorghum breeding program. Yeah.
Okay, and what are you exhibiting here today?
Okay, that poster is actually depicting the agribusiness incubation hub, and the grant is actually from Reform to the University of Juba, and it's a 2-year project. The second poster is assessment of genetic diversity of some cowpea accessions that I collected from East and West Africa. I want to check whether they're similar or not. And this is actually depicting a new movement that is known as upscaling nutrition. It's a joint venture, Care International. The main idea behind this sun is because farmers in Africa are deprived from cultivating nutritionally healthy crops. They are more into cash crop production, forgetting that if they don't have good nutrition, they'll not be healthy to produce even the cash crop there. Yeah, so this is a new movement. Coupled with the breeding, I think we are relevant to the agriculture today.
So how accessible are some of your services and facilities to the ordinary farmer in Sudan?
Oh, they are accessible. For instance, the cowpea, we released 3 cowpea varieties in 2016, and the seeds are available. I give them for free, I don't charge them, because it's from the public fund.
Thank you very much for your time.
Welcome.
Today here at University of Cape Coast, we're exhibiting hibiscus ram. And the grant the grant is is supposed to facilitate K-Hub. This K-Hub, it's the faculties, and these 6 faculties are located in eastern Uganda, and in the various in 6 towns. They grow the hibiscus, grow the mushroom, and then they came up with this product. They started processing them, and they have now set up a commercialization center where they do market this. They do all this because they want the communities back there to realize that they have a lot of resources that they can put into good use.
At Gulu University, we have a number of products. We've come with few. What we exhibit roasted grains that we roast with salt, and it can be eaten as snacks when you're in your office. You can take it home for tea. So we also make that. We also make groundnut powder in this way. It is pure honey, natural, without any addition of anything. So these are the products we deal with. We also have others. We have the mushroom, we have the fruit salads. These are perishable items that we couldn't carry from Uganda to Ghana. So that's why we can't see it here. But we have all these products in place, and the students make them, and it is a big enterprise that is supported within the university. Yeah. For groundnut, we chose groundnut looking into the market. Not how the market do that, what do they use? So we got some points of weaknesses in the market, that they use mixed groundnuts, they're mixed colors, they're different varieties mixed together to make the paste, and that changes the taste, because each variety comes with its own taste. The packaging is done in an open dish that can be open anytime, and that exposes it to contamination from the hair. So we produce hair tight, that is our value addition. The value addition is we put air tight, that keeps the paste in its form. This has attracted a number of people because we don't have many of this branded groundnut in the market. So because of its use and how people consume, so that also sets us apart. And when people come, we explain to them. And there are people who already know the taste of each of them. So they will say, okay, I want the red one. Okay, let me take the white groundnuts. So that is what we've also brought into the market.
What we are exhibiting our faculty, that is the Faculty of Agriculture Education, and in the faculty we have a number of the Animal Science Department, there's the Crop and Soil Science, the Agricultural Mechanization, as well as Agriculture Economics. Here we are exhibiting a number of things that we do, but particularly with the quails that we're exhibiting over here, we see that in Ghana we have problems associated with protein malnutrition, and then we also have issues with food security. And all of us are working towards having a sustainable food security. And one of the things that we use